Hi, and welcome to Emergency Preparedness. Emergency preparedness starts with you. Do you know what to do right now if a tornado was to happen? Do you know what to do right now if an earthquake began to take place? Would you know what to do if your lights, your gas, your water, and everything was cut off for days? Please take a moment and take emergency preparedness seriously. Over the next couple of minutes, we will prepare you to know what exactly to do in case of an emergency. Calling 911. Call 911 to stop a crime, report a fire, to save a life, or any emergency response that's required by law enforcement, fire, or emergency personnel. You should not call 911 to report that your electricity or other utilities have been shut off, or to notify authorities of traffic jams, or to inquire about governmental services or other general information. When you call 911, you should be ready. They're going to ask you 5 basic questions. Number 1, where is this happening? Number 2, when did this happen? Number 3, what is happening now and why? Number 4, who is involved? And number 5, is anyone injured? Be prepared to tell the dispatcher the exact location of the emergency and give a clear description of what's happening. Tornadoes. Tornadoes are capable of tremendous destruction, especially where we're centered right here in the Midwest. Here are your tornado safety tips. Number 1, take your emergency kit with you to the lowest possible level of the structure. Number 2, put as many walls between you and the outside as you can, and always avoid windows and glass. Number 3, in a basement, stay under a central support beam and a stairwell or a heavy piece of furniture. Number 4, if you have no basement, go to a small interior room such as a bathroom or a closet, away from outside walls and windows. Number 5, if a tornado is visible when driving, you may be able to drive out of its path by moving at right angles to the tornado. Otherwise, stay in your car with your seatbelt on and head below window glass. Avoid seeking shelter under bridges and overpasses. Lastly, mobile homes offer no protection from tornadoes. Get to safe shelter if possible. Here's the difference between a tornado warning and a tornado watch. A tornado warning is a tornado has been sighted or indicated by weather radar. A tornado watch is tornadoes are possible in your area, so remain alert. Find out what counties they are in the watch area by listening to your NOAA All Hazardous Radio or local media. Severe thunderstorms. Not all thunderstorms are classified as severe, but all are dangerous. Thunderstorms may include strong winds, lightning, hail, heavy rain, flooding, downbursts, and tornadoes. Although they are most likely in the spring and summer, they can occur year-round. Here are your thunderstorm safety tips. If you can hear thunder, go indoors. Avoid using electrical appliances and stay off the phone except in emergencies. Do not take a bath or a shower during a thunderstorm. If you're caught outdoors, find a low spot away from trees, fences, and poles. If you're boating or swimming, get to land and find shelter immediately. During a thunderstorm, each flash of cloud to ground lightning is as a potential killer. If you feel your skin tingle or your hair stand on the end, squat low to the balls of your feet with your hands on your knees and your head between them. 30-30 rule. If there's 30 seconds or less between a flash of lightning and or the sound of thunder, seek shelter immediately. Wait at least 30 minutes after the last clap of thunder before leaving shelter. Flash floods. Flash floods can occur within minutes or hours of excessive rainfall. Whether you're driving or walking, if you come to a flooded road, the National Weather Service advises you to turn around, don't drown. Even 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock you off your feet, and a depth of 2 feet will float your car. Here are your flood safety tips. Monitor your all hazards radio or your local television and radio stations for weather-related information. If flooding occurs, get to higher ground. Get out of areas that are normally subject to flooding. Avoid areas that are already flooded, especially if the water is flowing fast. Do not attempt to cross flowing streams. And remember, roadbeds may be washed out under flood waters. Never drive through flooded roadways. Do not park your vehicle near streams or creeks, particularly during threatening conditions. Take extra precautions at night when it's harder to recognize flood dangers. Earthquakes. One of the largest earthquakes that ever was recorded in the U.S. took place in Missouri. Earthquakes are most common in the western states, but can happen anytime and anywhere. Here are your safety rules and precautions for earthquakes. Before an earthquake, identify places in your house to take shelter, such as under a sturdy table or next to an inside wall. Do not place beds by windows, and don't hang heavy items over beds. Secure things that might fall, such as heavy TVs. Put strong latches on cupboards. During an earthquake, stay indoors. When you do leave a building, move away from it quickly. Get away from windows to avoid breaking glass. Do not use elevators. Wait until sharp stops completely before venturing out. Outdoors, find a spot away from buildings, trees, and or power lines. Drop to the ground. If you are in a car, stop in a clear location as quickly as you can. Stay in the car with your seatbelt fastened. Avoid the use of candles or open flame after an earthquake in case of gas leaks. Winter weather. Winter weather can cause many dangerous conditions, including cold temperatures, snow, and ice storms. Before winter sets in, take time to winterize your home with storm windows, weather stripping, and insulation. Here are your winter storm safety tips. Stay indoors during the storm if possible. If you must go outside, dress appropriately. Walk carefully on snowy, icy sidewalks. Avoid overexertion, especially when shoveling snow. If your heat goes off, close off unused rooms and use blankets to seal off drafts from doors and windows. Dress in layers and keep your hands and feet warm. If you must travel by car, take emergency supplies, including thermal blankets and a cell phone. Keep your gas tank full. Let someone know your destination, your route, and when you expect to arrive. If you get stuck, stay with your car. Do not try to walk to safety. Start the car and use the heater for about 10 minutes every hour. Food safety and power outages. Food safety is important to your family's health anytime, but especially during a power outage. A full freezer will stay frozen for about 2 days and a half full freezer for about 1 day. Keep your freezer door closed as much as possible to conserve the cold. Refrigerated foods should be safe if power is out for more than 4 hours. Take a moment to pause to read the food safety guidelines. Remember, when in doubt, throw it out. Portable generator safety. Portable electric generators offer great benefits when outages affect your home, but can also be very hazardous. Please take a moment to pause to read the portable generator safety in case you use a portable generator. Carbon monoxide dangers. Carbon monoxide is a deadly, colorless, and odorless gas produced by burning things. It is poisonous to people and animals. To prevent carbon monoxide dangers and poisoning, never use unvented grills or generators indoors. Faulty heating systems can also produce carbon monoxide. Protect your family by installing a carbon monoxide detector according to manufacturer's instructions. Have your fuel burning appliances, including heaters, stoves, and fireplaces, inspected yearly. Initial symptoms of carbon monoxide poisonings are similar to the flu, but without the fever. They include headache, fatigue, shortness of breath, nausea, and dizziness. Many people with carbon monoxide poisoning mistake their symptoms for the flu. If you think anyone has experienced any of these symptoms, leave the house immediately and call 911. Fire. In the event of a fire, remember, time is the biggest enemy and every second counts. Escape plans help you to get out your home quickly. Everyone should have an escape plan posted. Create and practice these family fire escape plans. Plan 2 ways out of every room. Make sure everyone in the family knows how to open locked and barred doors and windows. When fire occurs, leave immediately. Don't try to save time by saving property. If you must escape through smoke, crawl low and cover your mouth. Never open doors that feel hot. Use your secondary escape route. Designate a meeting location away from the home, but not too far. Make sure everyone has gotten out safely and no one will be hurting looking for someone who is already safe. Also, the designated meeting location should be noted on the fire escape plan. If your smoke detector is more than 10 years old, replace it. Hazardous materials, shelter in place. In an emergency where hazard materials may have been released into the atmosphere, authorities may ask you to shelter in place, to take refuge in a small interior room with few or no windows. If the need to shelter in place ever arises, you will hear announcements on TV, radio, and NOAA, all hazardous weather radio. If you're told to shelter in place, take action immediately and go indoors. Close and lock all the windows and exterior doors. Turn off all fans, heating, and air conditioning systems. Close fireplace dampers. Get your family disaster supplies kit and make sure your battery operated radio is working. Gather people and pets in an interior room at or above ground level with few or no windows. Use duct tape and plastic sheeting heavier than the kind we use to wrap food to seal around the doors and the vents. Keep listening to your radio or TV for an all clear or for further instruction. Sheltering in place is meant to protect you and your family for just a few hours. If you're asked to evacuate, please refer to the end of the booklet. Pandemic flu. Influenza or flu is a contagious respiratory disease that is caused by viruses. Seasonal flu occurs every year, typically in the fall or the winter. Pandemic flu is different and can be much worse. It can cause a worldwide outbreak, which spreads easily from person to person because people have no immunity. Protect yourself and others. Take a moment, pause this video to read how to protect yourself against flu. First aid. Knowledge of basic first aid is an important part of emergency preparedness. Consider taking a certified CPR or first aid class from your local American Red Cross chapter, local hospital, or other community organization. Keep basic first aid supplies in your family's disaster kit. They include, but are not limited to, sterile bandages, gauze pads, tape, cotton balls, elastic bandages for sprains, aspirin, non-aspirin pain relievers, cough syrups, antihistamines, decongestants, ointments, antacids, anti-diarrhea medication, thermometers, scissors, tweezers, safety pins, alcohol wipes, antibiotics, iodine, hydrogen peroxide, disposable gloves, 30-day supply of prescription drugs, eyeglasses, other assistive devices such as canes and walkers, and a list of family members' allergies. Thank you for listening to our video about emergency preparedness. You can reach us if you need to contact us at thealtarinc@gmail.com. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful and blessed day.